Our next entertainer here is Shelley Bloom. She's going to do, who are you doing?
Rita MacNeil.
Rita MacNeil, sorry. Rita MacNeil song. She does a very fine job. Give her a big hand.
Now, I'm not nearly as lucky as Carl. My spouse will not come with me to these events. I cannot get him in the audience, let alone on stage. I've had a lot better luck with friends. So I have brought two of my dearest friends, Greg and Inga Sample from Turtle Lake. This is a little more serious, I guess, than Elvis. I hope you don't mind the shift in tone. They say that home is where the heart is. And when you think of home, I guess it could be where you're living right now. It could be where you raised your kids. Maybe it's where you were raised. For Rita MacNeil, home is Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, and she's passionate about it. And this song is Home I'll Be. Caress you Nova Scotia, is called lupins, but it's about more than flowers. Have you ever longed to go back and retrace your steps to maybe a different season, a different time, or go back to a place that you've loved? And that's sort of what she's getting at in this song, and I kind of understand it. The lupins are dead now, but they did bloom well now, and the vetch and the wild weeds that grow in your green fields. And please God, if time's kind and there's still a big pond, how I'd love to come back here. Glengarry farmland that once was so grand, now you only find traces of forgotten places. And please God, if time's kind and there's still a big pond, how I'd love to come back here again. Overgrown driveway that leads off your highway to the landmark of my time when I was a young child. And please God, if time's kind and there's still a big pond, how I'd love to come back here again. Jessie at noontime, well, she'll have the tea on, and I'd sit in her kitchen and I'd quietly listen to the talk of the goings and comings of people. And please God, if time's kind and there's still a big pond, how I'd love to come back here again. Oh, the lupins are dead now, but they did bloom well now, and the vetch and the wild weeds that grow in your green fields. And please God, if time's kind and there's still a big pond, how I'd love to come back here again. How I'd love to come back here again. I grew up out near Maymont, and within a few square miles of where we lived, there was a neighbor on almost every quarter section. And within a very small space, our neighbors came from far, far away. We had neighbors from Switzerland, England, Ireland, from Poland, and from Russia. And that just seemed really normal as I was growing up. And I realized later what incredible courage it must have taken for those people to have left everything they knew and everyone they knew, knowing they would probably never see them again, and come to a new country. And this song is a tribute to the people who settled our land here and helped shape it into the place that it is today. Old Ellis Island was father stood huddled with the tired, the hungry, the scared. Turn of the century pilgrims, bound by the dream that they shared. They were standing in lines just like cattle. They were poked, insulted, and shoved. Some were one desk away from sweet freedom. Some were torn from someone they loved. To this sprawling Tower of Babel came a young man, confused and alone, determined and bound for America. He was carrying everything that he owned. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's immigrant eyes, I see that day reflected. I can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing and working hard all of his life. Don't take it for granted, say grandfather's immigrant eyes. Now he rocks and he stares out the window, but his eyes are still just as clear as the day that he sailed through the harbor and came ashore to the island of tears. Now my grandfather's days are numbered, but I won't let his memory die, for he gave me the gift of this country and the look in his immigrant eyes. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's immigrant eyes, I see that day reflected, and I can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing and working hard all of his life. Don't take it for granted, say grandfather's immigrant eyes. Don't take it for granted, say grandfather's immigrant eyes. Is one that is maybe familiar to you. Rita loved not only the province where she was born and raised, but she loved the people in it. And this song is dedicated to the coal miners of Nova Scotia. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. Never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, oh, he quarreled with his peers and vowed they'd never through the dark recess of the mines. You lean back in time. With heavy on your lungs. And it's a working man I am. And I've been down underground.